like this some cash, Jay.
Ain't no drawing back, it ain't no switching sides. It's life or death, good or evil, now you decide. It's all or nothing, ain't no bluffing, yeah, do or die. To go to war with Elka, now you know that's suicide. It ain't no drawing back, it ain't no switching sides. It's life or death, good or evil, now you decide. It's all or nothing, ain't no bluffing, yeah, do or die. To go to war with Elka, now you know that's suicide. You a servant or an agent, I'm running out of patience. These doctrines getting flagrant, I'm looking for a saving while others seeking payments. Straight and narrow pace in the kingdom, what I'm chasing. Do you know what we facing if we don't get it right? Repent and stay prepared, he come like a thief in the night. True soldiers stay ready, you can't pretend in a fight. Use the weapons that he left us on his ascent to the height. Bro, let's keep it real. If you don't study for the test, then you won't get the seal. Salvation only meant for those to who it's been revealed. Little children, it's the last time. You wanna live or die, it's time to pick a side. Ain't no drawing back, it ain't no switching sides. It's life or death, good or evil, now you decide. It's all or nothing, ain't no bluffing, yeah, do or die. To go to war with Elka, now you know that's suicide. It ain't no drawing back, it ain't no switching sides. It's life or death, good or evil, now you decide. It's all or nothing, ain't no bluffing, yeah, do or die. To go to war with Elka, now you know that's suicide. Follow the shepherd, he'll never leave the sheep behind. Can't avoid that ditch when the blind lead the blind. Ayy, walk in your purpose, we was called to be divine. The end is here, but they can't see the signs. I wonder why. Can't reach the goal if you don't do the work, I hate to try. Without the law, it ain't no way you can escape the fire. Judgment is coming, ain't no running, and you can't hide from it. I'm just keeping it 100. You might laugh now, but later it won't be funny when you get rewarded for bowing down to abundance. Ayy, eternal life or death, it's yours to choose. The Bible holds the clues, salvation of the Jews. Ain't no drawing back, it ain't no switching sides. It's life or death, good or evil, now you decide. It's all or nothing, ain't no bluffing, yeah, do or die. To go to war with Elka, now you know that's suicide. It ain't no drawing back, it ain't no switching sides. It's life or death, good or evil, now you decide. It's all or nothing, ain't no bluffing, yeah, do or die. To go to war with Elka, now you know that's suicide.
Can't live by bread alone. Yeah, this world got food in it. Stepping on the devil dome, you should see the bruise in it. Backing out the scripts, told a demon to stand down. Go against the Most High, we gon' see how it pan out. The Father gave me hope, fill me with the ghosts. Now they hate it when I glow. Joseph with the coat, looking for their fruit, but they ain't got no cantaloupe. The Messiah over Lyle, you can't be a fan of both. Can't serve two masters. Bread of heaven with the living water, yeah, serving up a truth platter. We ain't idolizing no folly, no, we setting up a new standard. When Christ touched down, make the whole earth shake like Bruce Banner. Yeah, bringing them troops to ya. End times getting spookier, warfare getting nuclear, mankind getting goofier. They intoxicated with a wine, damn, she done roofied them. I'm checking every word, spirit doctrine like a proofreader. I hate these Nicolatans, hate these graven idols, man, I hate these flipping pagans. Trying to play my father and I hate these imitations. Screaming out Hosanna, we escape that simulation. Better flee them evil deeds or else that lake is where you layin'. Great is he inside of me, casting out this net like I was by the Sea of Galilee. Harvest gon' be plenty, but the laborers are few. Matthew 17 and 20, there ain't nothing we can't do. I can't be no lukewarm, fringes with the blue on. Devil wanna deal, but I told him this ain't Groupon. Praise to the Almighty, you know we gon' sing a new song. Hail the King of King, the ultra low, no Jimmy Neutron. If you keep his laws and his commands, then we can fellowship. I don't get with Pharisees and I don't rock with Hellenists. I ain't praising man, cause only Father get my reverence. I'm swimming in the word, it got me feeling like a yellowfin. Yeah, big stepper, Mr. Demon Chin Checker, trying to hear that well done, cause I feel that displeasure. Father pouring out the wrath, and he got a big measure. If it ain't about the kingdom, then I don't give a six letter. You got faith in the Messiah, you got power. I was clean up in that blood just like a shower. Isaiah 5, you were the vine that came out sour, but now we stand and giving glory in this hour. Yeah, we breaking them curses, fleeing the ways of the serpent. Follow his word and pray for discernment. Cause they want us laying in hearses. We gotta rise up, raise and resurface. Choose life and stay in your purpose. The price was paid like a merchant. Through Christ who came as a servant. See, the kingdom is really the bag, but yet somehow they chasing a Birkin. After this you ain't getting a chance. While you're living you can't better search him. Gotta call on his name like it's urgent. Never know when that day is emerging. So repent at the weight of perversions. Judgment coming, that thing is for certain. Let's go.
Shalom, 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 shalom. All praises, all glory, all honor, all blessings, all power, all strength is unto the Most High Yah, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, the Elohim of Jacob. We back at it. Back at it for another post Shabbat chop session. Man, got a lot of things to share with the family. You know, speak on a few things, and you know, we're gonna line them up with the scripture and see where we at in prophecy. Put us on the screen now. You know, I got my brother, my beloved brother, E with me. Most High willing. Some other brothers jump on, but you know, we gonna get into it, family. You got anything to add, Hebrew?
All praise to the Most High, y'all. That's it.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, family. Tonight we're gonna talk about some, you know, the new wave of artificial intelligence. Matter of fact, let's kick that off first. Yeah, the artificial intelligence. I don't know if y'all done seen this. Hold on. All right, check this out. Check this out.
Let's get to know each other, and thanks for watching.
The reason this is getting attention is this actress is completely AI generated by a company called Particle 6.
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
By some company called Particle 6.
She'll do anything I say. I'm already in love. Girl next door vibes.
Like if a Sunday roast went to drama school and got BAFTA optimized.
But can she cry on Graham Norton?
Of course she can, and it will be clipped, subtitled, and monetized on TikTok by lunchtime.
President Trump causing some controversy after posting multiple AI-generated videos this week. And one was a deep fake of himself touting a fake medical breakthrough called MedBeds. It's a conspiracy that has roots in the QAnon movement, and it falsely claims the existence of cure-all medical beds and also claims that they are being kept from the public. Now, the president eventually did take that video down, but others showed Democratic leaders Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer mocking them over the government shutdown. In one, he had Jeffries wearing a sombrero and mustache, which Jeffries has called racist. And
We have so far lost the plot. What are we doing?
The backlash to Tilly Norwood igniting over the weekend after her creator, Dutch actor and comedian Alina van der Velden, said multiple talent agents have shown interest in signing the AI actress, according to Deadline. That news prompting real actors to speak out in protest. Emily Blunt calling it really, really scary in an interview with Variety, urging agencies to please stop. Van der Velden posting a lengthy statement defending the invention, comparing it to animation or CGI, writing Tilly Norwood is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art that sparks conversation. Whoopi Goldberg.
And see, that's what they want you to believe. That she's not a replacement, or AI is not a replacement, or robots are not replacements for human beings, right? That's what they want you to believe, but that is so far from the truth.
Among those responding.
The problem with this, in my opinion, humble opinion, is that you are suddenly up against something that's been generated with 5,000 other actors. So it's a little bit of an unfair advantage.
The debate over Tilly Norwood, just the latest in the battle between creative artists and AI. Last year, Scarlett Johansson threatened legal action against OpenAI after the company unveiled a voice assistant that sounded eerily similar to hers.
Hello, I'm really excited about teaming up with you.
OpenAI denied modeling it after Johansson, but ultimately suspended the voice. And more recently, Vogue faced criticism after running an ad for fashion brand Guess that used an AI model instead of a real one.
She smiles for the camera, shares stills for her newest photo shoot and video from her first acting role. But can you tell Tilly Norwood isn't real?
I mean, you can kind of tell just the way that their skin texture looks, it's kind of giving off like, oh yeah, this is definitely AI.
It's like something off. It's just like she's looking at you with
like it. You cannot tell. Them brothers just making it. If you had to look that hard, you can't tell. They getting crazy with it, Hebrew. I yield.
Yeah, it's getting a little far past crazy, right? I saw the other day, I'm trying to find this video now. I saw the other day where this dude was doing a deep fake video, but he was a man, but he was acting what the video showed him and made him sound like a female. I'm trying to find that video now.
I seen what you talking about, Ken. He had turned himself to an old man and then he turned himself to a woman.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, that's crazy. Hey, but these those times for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna pull some scriptures on it real quick. I can't find that video. I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
Same eyes every time, like nothing changes. She makes the same emotion.
Norwood is an AI-generated actress created by Eline Vandervelden's AI talent studio, Sequoia. There's reportedly already interest from agents looking to represent her, sparking backlash from some in the entertainment industry. In response, Vandervelden posting a statement on Tilly's Instagram account, saying in part, "She is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. I see AI not as a replacement for people, but as a new tool."
The term is AI objects. There's no such thing as an AI actress.
Justine Bateman, filmmaker, author, and former actress, has been outspoken about AI technology since the last SAG-AFTRA strike in 2023.
This is one of the things I cautioned SAG about when I was an AI advisor to the SAG negotiations. I sent out demo after demo after demo over social media saying, here's what they can do now, here's what's possible now. And that was, 2 years ago.
She says Tilly is just the beginning of what she predicts will be an influx of AI-generated content.
You can imagine for the agents, it would be a bit of a coup to get somebody, or to get an AI object that never calls in sick, can work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and you can triple and quadruple book this object.
China is competing with open weights and open training data, and the U.S. is largely and majority focused on closed weights, closed data. That means that the majority of the world, think of it as the Belt and Road Initiative, are going to use Chinese models and not American models. We better also be competing with the Chinese in day-to-day stuff. Their work ethic's incredible. They're well-funded. It's not the crazy valuations that we have in America. Right. They can't raise the capital, but they can win across that.
Former Google CEO Eric.
Let me pause this real quick and just put this out there. Fair use. Fair use. The videos that will be shared during this stream are for educational and journalism purposes only. Fair use. All right. Let's get back to it.
Giving a chilling warning. If America does not rethink its AI strategy fast, China could control the future of artificial intelligence. And while he pushes for a new game plan, companies like OpenAI and NVIDIA are throwing billions of dollars to keep the U.S. ahead in the AI race. But critics argue it looks more like a hype bubble than an actual strategy. Both of those things can be true at the same time. Chris, how do you differentiate what is going on? And I don't know if Eric Schmidt is actually the voice of knowledge on this, because quite frankly, Google, which he ran, is really struggling with an AI strategy. I know that they have plenty of money to burn, but what they destroyed their their search business, and it's just a morass. It's called the innovation of their customers. But I digress. But how do you see this world and put Schmidt's comments in perspective?
I would offer two observations. The first is when you look at the domestic industries within China, it's a reason why the market there has been so hot for 2 years. I mean, the Chinese stock market has outperformed the NASDAQ.
All right, I'm gonna stop there right there. Check this out. Right, this is a video put together on this channel called How to Survive. AI predicts the Great Reset. He did this 3 days ago. Check this out, family.
People would say this revolution is characterized by the fight of robots against human beings.
They used COVID as a beta test for how they want to control populations.
Now, what if I said to you that your freedoms rested on the resolve of, believe it or not, Russia and China?
Working less, earning less, driving less, eating less, heating less.
We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen. We do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected.
He says, you will own nothing and you'll be happy.
Yes.
If that doesn't freak people out, that's some Orwell shit right there.
Picture this. You tap your banking app and it spins like a fidget toy. Then this pops up. Funds unavailable. Please remain calm. Your debit card is now just a shiny piece of plastic. Outside, drones buzz over rooftops, sirens howl, and every headline shouts one phrase: the Great Reset is here.
That's their plan. It's they plan, right? For them to push everybody into a new world order, the old world order has to be destroyed and eliminated and pushed on the back burner, right? That includes everything from the medical system, the government, the banking system, the monetary funds. Everything has to change. And this is why they're calling it the Great Reset. It's going to be a worldwide reset. Don't believe me? Do your homework.
Now, before you start panic eating your canned chili stash, take a breath. We're about to run a high-octane simulation based on what ChatGPT thinks a realistic Great Reset might actually look like. What came out felt like the plot of a dystopian blockbuster. From riots to robots, we'll explore it all and give you key survival tips along the way. Could a Great Reset happen?
You see that robot? Let me take that back.
Plot of a dystopian blockbuster. From riots to robots, we'll explore it all and give you key survival tips along the way.
Why are they making robots to do stuff like that? Why? Why are you training robots in combat? Why? What's the purpose? I think we all know the purpose. We all seen our robot. We all seen Terminator 1, 2, and 3. I think 4. Yeah. Well, yeah. Y'all think these just movies. or TV shows. Y'all think this stuff is just entertainment. They actually are doing these things right under our nose. And if we not aware, if we not covered under the shadow of the wings of the Most High, we gonna be eliminated and destroyed according to their plan.
Could a great reset happen? Maybe. Should we prepare? Absolutely. How did one 2020 World Economic Forum meeting spark a global conspiracy? If a great reset hits, do cash and private property vanish? And if the elites run the show, does that mean we'll be monitored 24/7? Strap in.
We are already being monitored 24/7. There's somebody monitoring this video right now. Somebody monitoring this stream right now. We are already being monitored without our permission, against the Constitution of the United States. They're already doing it right now.
That's right.
They're already doing it. This is why people like Eric Snowden are banned from the United States and is a current international fugitive. Right? I'm literally watching the channel be shadow banned as we speak. Literally.
Drop your phone into a Faraday pouch, if you have one, and let's roll through the next decade. It started in June 2020. Half the world was in lockdown. The World Economic Forum, or WEF, made up of world leaders and CEOs, rolled out a plan called the Great Reset, arguing that COVID-19 was a wake-up call to build a better global financial system. Klaus Schwab, the founder and mastermind behind this forum, said the pandemic blew holes in the economy. Record debt, whole industries frozen, 1 in 4 US workers filing for unemployment, and the International Monetary Fund warning the world economy could shrink 3%. Imagine a company losing 3% of all its sales overnight, but that company is Earth. The WEF's remedy sounded noble enough. Rebuild capitalism to serve people and the planet, push stakeholder goals over quarterly profits, make governments nimble rather than bigger, and enlist businesses to cut carbon, modernize education, and narrow inequality. But for many in the far-right media, this plan was seen as a way to control the masses. The phrase, "you'll own nothing and be happy," taken out of context from an essay by Danish politician Ida Auken, a participant in the WEF, began spreading like wildfire. The Great Reset had grown from a policy memo into a global boogeyman, whispered everywhere from Ottawa truck stops to rallies in Sydney. For conspiracy theorists at the time, many believed that the COVID-19 virus was engineered by world elites to set their devious plan in motion. To be frank, we are not endorsing any of these theories. But there's another type of Great Reset that might be coming, and it involves the rapid development of AI technology. And it's scarier than you might think. Ironically, we let AI map out what this dystopian nightmare will look like. So strap in and prime your backup generators. The simulation boots in February 2026. 1 hour after midnight in London, banking apps glitch, then freeze. By dawn in New York, every ATM is out of service. The Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications Network, or SWIFT, the digital post office for $5 trillion daily, goes silent. A massive cyber attack targeting global financial institutions sets the first domino into motion.
We're under attack.
Governments blame foreign actors, and conspiracy forums explode with even crazier ideas. In the first hour, phones light up with panic tweets. By hour 12, stock markets in New York, London, and Tokyo slam the brakes. On day 3, governments declare an emergency banking holiday. ATMs remain dark. Credit cards decline.
The machine broke, y'all.
Border agents waive cash only. Grocery warehouses cannot pay suppliers. Trucks are idle, and store shelves are quickly picked bare. Over $5 trillion in market value is wiped out. Food distribution grinds to a halt, and news channels report a chilling message. An unknown AI worm, trained on dark web financial systems, is suspected of the attacks. This isn't just any malware or virus. It's learning to adapt. Like ChatGPT, but fine-tuned for cybercrime. As tech investigators compare notes, they notice echoes from earlier warnings. In 2017, the NotPetya worm slipped out of a Ukrainian accounting program update. It spread into Europe, Asia, and the US and burned through about $10 billion. Today, Western agencies still point a finger at Russia for that one. Then in 2021, the dark side hacker crew shut down the Colonial Pipeline and left drivers from Florida up to Virginia idling in lineups wrapped around blocks. Today's code feels like both those disasters mashed together on steroids. The best cybersecurity agencies managed to stop the worm for now, but things are only just beginning. Think of the global economy at this point as a phone stuck at 1% battery, but there is no charger in sight.
I got a life and death call on this phone. My battery's about to die. Do you have a charger?
Survival tip, keep at least 2 weeks cash, fuel, and barter goods. Keep critical data on unplugged storage devices. When the network catches a virus, the only firewall is distance, so disconnect devices you do not need. The cyber meltdown drags the economy into a steep dive. Companies scramble to cut spending, while AI agents and robots slide neatly into human jobs.
They took our jobs! They took your jobs! They took your jobs!
A Goldman Sachs study from 2023 warned that artificial intelligence could replace work equal to 300 million full-time jobs. Could replace jobs.
They took our jobs! They took your jobs! They took your jobs!
And see, not a lot of people watch South Park, but they make it comedic so people don't think there's something they're trying to actually initiate. This is part of their plan. Their plan is to create more poverty so that the owners of the enterprises and the companies, the Fortune 500 companies, and all of these big chain companies, all of these billion and millionaires, for them to become more rich, eliminate the middle class. Those that are in the middle of the tax bracket, eliminate them and move them down to poverty. They only want two classes, the rich and the poor. And the rich are going to get even richer, and the poor are going to become more poor. That's their plan.
They've been doing it too. Mm-hmm. They've been trying to do that for years.
Come on. That's their objective.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we're gonna validate that through a quote unquote conspiracy book. We're gonna validate that.
Goldman Sachs study from 2023 warned that artificial intelligence could replace work equal to 300 million full-time jobs. Corporate leaders treat that warning like step one in a new playbook. Chatbots now draft contracts, handle customer gripes, and scan software for bugs. 12 months in, nearly 40% of office jobs are gone. The slaughter is not limited to cubicles. Government helplines, legal clerks, insurance coders, and even local newsrooms swap night shifts for language models that never sleep or call in sick. The trucking industry turns a corner, too. A fast-tracked, post-crisis AI acceleration policy pushes self-driving rigs onto every interstate. 60% of long-haul deliveries now hum along without a human behind the wheel. the fallout piles up quickly. Youth unemployment in rich nations rockets to 38%. On graduation day, many students trade caps and gowns for protest signs that read, "Humans, not bots." Downtown squares from Chicago to Paris to Seoul overflow with angry crowds. TikTok captures the mood in one viral trend called the pink slip dance. I kind of dig it. Newly fired workers record one last silly spin as they leave headquarters, a 90 million view parade of nervous laughter. Watching your accountant replaced by a turbocharged spreadsheet hurts, especially when it asks for a tip, adding insult to injury. Skills that need real hands still pay the bills. Welding, plumbing, off-grid solar setups, electrical repairs in small towns. If you prefer soil to spreadsheets, learn about farming and water harvesting. A short course at a rural trade school can outshine a fancy resume when algorithms own the office.
Hey, excuse me, you're a handyman, right? Can I get you to come look at my oven door? I can trade you services. I have geology skills.
As jobs around the world get replaced, the next target is money. 2 years after the cyber chaos, governments want tight control over every coin that moves. Their answer is a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. According to the Atlantic Council, an international security and global economic think tank, 134 countries covering 98% of the world's GDP are already exploring CBDCs.
Great thing about central bank digital currency, in other words, an all digital currency system, you have the perfect tool to deal with inflation. If inflation gets out of hand, you just freeze everybody's bank accounts.
China leads the race with its digital yuan called the ECNY. It hits almost 1.8 trillion yuan, about 250 billion USD in transactions across 120 million wallets. A mind-bending number. But that money is just code. With a single click, the government can freeze it or make it vanish. In 2021, Nigeria tried this with their digital currency, Naira, yet 98.5% of those wallets sat untouched after a year. Folks trusted Bitcoin or even live chickens more than the shiny new app. In this imagined future, world leaders unveil a single app called the Global Reset Wallet. Wages, welfare, and tax refunds all arrive there. Each digital dollar, euro, or yuan has its own rules. It can expire to push you to spend. It subtracts a little each time you pump gas to cover your carbon bill, and it blocks purchases if any rules are broken. Go over your meat quota or try to book a flight over 900 miles, and the screen flashes, "Purchase denied. Please choose a greener option." A shiny press release for the upcoming Unity Accord even brags, "You will own nothing but travel freely, digitally." The travel part, of course, depends on your behavior score. Behind the curtain, new algorithms watch for non-compliant spending. A fresh career appears, the behavioral alignment coach, who teaches citizens how to keep their purchase history on the good list. Survival tip, do not keep all your wealth in one programmable basket. Tuck away any valuable silver, gold, or jewelry. Stash a paper copy of your crypto key where Wi-Fi cannot reach it. And most importantly, develop and sharpen any hands-on skills you can trade. A government can freeze tokens with a single click. Still, it cannot lock down your ability to fix a generator or grow tomatoes. Before we dive deeper into this economic hellscape, be sure to like and subscribe for more insane survival stories like this. By 2030, a single digital ID will become your all-access pass. Want to hop on the subway, post a meme, or grab cough syrup? First, let the camera scan your face and match to the database. India showed back in 2009 that a huge digital ID system could work. The country rolled out Aadhaar cards, giving every citizen a unique number tied to fingerprints, photos, and basic details. In this future, China pushes the idea further. Every person carries a social credit score, while more than 626 million CCTV cameras watch nearly every street. The software does more than match faces. It tracks your walk, reads your mood, and even checks if your mask sits straight. One slip and that cross-country trip to see grandma at Christmas might turn into a lonely video call. Even access to the internet becomes policed. Drones hovering overhead become commonplace, watching you constantly and issuing speeding tickets instantly. Step outside the approved lines and life gets small, fast. Believe it or not, this isn't science fiction. In China, over 23 million people were already stopped from buying plane or train tickets after their social credit slipped. In our simulated scenario, that rulebook goes global. Hit your carbon cap, no flight for you. Miss a loan payment, your wallet will only work at shops in your neighborhood. Remember when losing a boarding pass was the ultimate travel headache? These days, the bigger risk is losing an algorithm's thumbs up and being grounded for good. Survival in this world relies on shrinking your digital shadow. Leave the phone at home occasionally, learn how to read real paper maps, and keep your hard copy ID tucked away. If you absolutely need to vanish from cameras, try a wide brim hat and a hoodie stitched with LEDs that overwhelm infrared sensors. Call it streetwear for the age of total surveillance. The decade ends with a grand summit in Geneva. Under bright lights, world leaders sign the Unity Accord. Every digital currency now talks to the others. Paper cash is phased out, and a giant AI-powered algorithm named Harmony Engine decides how food, power, and money move around the globe. Critics repeat Elon Musk's old warning about an immortal dictator we can never escape, while supporters promise stress-free efficiency. For better or worse, one thing is certain. For an AI, there would be no death. It would live forever. Well, unless maybe an electromagnetic pulse wipes out the grid. But in all likelihood, if the AI is powerful enough, it would devise a contingency plan for that. Speaking of the grid, if you draw too much power in this hypothetical future, your energy allowance shrinks on the spot. The rules shift instantly. Your smart fridge flags you for hoarding cheese and sends a polite notice.
Aw, is somebody having a rough day?
If you object, you can chat with a customer service bot that just thanks you for your feedback and closes the ticket. Meanwhile, resistance changes shape. Street painters slip hidden slogans into glitchy murals that only human eyes can decode. This is the ultimate CAPTCHA challenge, a test used to determine if you are human. Teenagers swap battered paperbacks on math and science, keeping knowledge alive without plugs or passwords. By 2035, protest rallies spark everywhere, from the cafes of Paris to the jeepney routes in Manila. But authorities barely break a sweat. They open a laptop and click, you have been labeled, and your monetary funds have been frozen. Back in 2022, Canada showed what that looks like when 206 bank and corporate accounts, worth about $7.5 million Canadian, were frozen as a result of the country's Emergencies Act. A show of force that many saw as a necessary means to an end. But that was just a dress rehearsal. Now the freeze happens in seconds and on every continent. To fight back, people build a life that the algorithms cannot see. Solar-powered mesh nodes link rooftop to rooftop, passing messages that can't be traced. Ham radios crackle after dark with code words. Backyard makers run open-source 3D printers that spit out spare parts, valves, and farming tools. Metal tokens stamped in unsanctioned garages buy bread at pop-up markets. In hidden stalls, you might swap a sack of tomatoes for a box of ammo. And yes, even handwritten Spotify passwords. Townships in Appalachia and a cluster of villages in Eastern Europe now run on rain catch barrels, wood stoves, and hand-cranked mills. They teach kids paper math, herbal medicine, and how to mend a broken axle. Skills no AI can repo. Skill guilds.
All right, that's enough of that. Y'all go check that out. How to Survive on YouTube, right? I'm gonna read this out of this book called The Illuminati 666. Show y'all that. That's what we're gonna be reading from. All right. on page 177. It's talking about when Adam Weishaupt created the Illuminati, but I ain't gonna start at the beginning, right? It says Weishaupt recruited into his ranks as many young men of wealth and position as possible. Within 4 or 5 years, Weishaupt's Illuminati became very powerful and even had his members directing the affairs of Germany. Weishaupt's goal was to hide the sciences of witchcraft behind philanthropy, destroy Christianity with humanism or atheism, then set up a one world government. In Des Griffin's book, Fourth Reich of the Rich, he shows the outline plan of Weishaupt's world revolution that he helped to produce by these following statements. 1, abolition of all ordered governments. We see that happening right before our very eyes. Y'all think these government shutdowns are just by happenstance? This stuff is planned, family. They plan this stuff out. Right? Abolition of private property. Remember what the old boy said, Klaus Schwab, in World Economic Forum, or the one who wrote the book called Great Reset? Said you will own nothing and be happy. The abolition of private property, right? The abolition of all inheritance, right? That's another way you ain't gonna own nothing. The abolition of patriotism. We ain't the only thing we patriots for is the Most High. We don't fall in it, right? The abolition of all religion, right? They're gonna have one world religion, and it's gonna be Luciferianism. The abolition of the family. The abolition of the family. One way to destroy the world or depopulate the world is to destroy and abolish families. We need good, strong families in Israel. Good, strong families on one accord with the Most High, His Ruach, and His Word. It's the only way.
That's right.
That's the only way we gonna survive. Right?
But then you gotta understand how crafty they is. They probably make it a benefit, man. If you don't go around your mother, like they'll have cameras probably watching you. If you don't go around your mother for I don't know 3 days. You know how they just make up crafty stuff. You don't go around her for 2 months. We will reward you with the woo. You feel what I'm saying? And then for a regular Jake that's been starving for forever, man, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't never care anyways. Let him tell.
Yeah. And we seen on that video how their plan is to do what they doing in China worldwide and enforce this social credit score. So that could be one thing, like you stay away from your family, or the more you go around your family, the lower your social credit score is.
Right, that's crazy, man.
And then that can limit you, like he said something about not paying your loan or something like that, and they will limit you to only spending in your neighborhood.
You can't go nowhere.
Can't go nowhere. Nothing. Just imagine if you live in a town where ain't no stores and you have to go all the way, say, like, you got to go all the way to Cordova to go grocery shopping. Ain't nothing now in where you stay. You got to go all the way to Cordova to get some. But if you don't pay that loan, you can only shop in your neighborhood. Now you can't shop at all because now even if you go all the way to Cordova, your money is limited. You can't. Your spending is limited. You can't even buy nothing.
And you know they're gonna deny it if you try to, hey bro, let me you know how Jake go get, hey bro,
Yeah.
let me cash up you and you pay for
Look, they
they're gonna
monitor.
stop it.
They monitoring it. They looking at any electronic transactions. They are monitoring right now as we speak without our permission.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what these folks buy. And anytime you get brought up on trial or anything before the quote unquote magistrates, they're gonna pull your spending history up or your viewing history. Boom, there goes your quote unquote social credit score. All right. Let's get some more of this. It says the final step in the Illuminati's plan, the final step, number 7, creation of a world government. Says Weishaupt, who was only 28 when he founded the Order of the Illuminati in May 1st, 1776. That's a key date, ain't it? 1776.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the very next year, they signed the Declaration of Independence, didn't it?
I think it's in the same. You said 1776, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same year.
Let's see.
They signed it in 1776. Yep.
So
It was the same year.
Sure did. Look, what's that? 3 months later, he founded the Illuminati on May 1st, 1776. The Declaration of Independence was signed August 2nd, 1776. But according to history, right, they actually had this implemented and written out in 1772. All right. It says Weishaupt, who was only 28 when he founded the Order of Illuminati on May 1st, 1776, did not make much progress until he met a high-ranking Freemason named Baron von Neig. Von Neig had been Von Keeg or whatever. Von Neig, Von Neig was not only a high-ranking Freemason, but he also had been admitted as a master of most of the secret societies of his day. Von Neig was, like Weishaupt and all masters of these secret societies, an expert occultist. To spread his order and give the Illuminati higher influence in the world, and because Freemasonry is akin to Illuminism, Weishaupt connected with the Masonic institution, right? He was initiated in 1777 into Freemasonry in a lodge at Munich that he planned to use to promote his world revolutionary ideas. Baron von Neig joined Weishaupt's order in 1780 and soon became a leader, dividing with Adam Weishaupt the control and direction of the order. All initiates of the Illuminati were required to take an oath to secrecy and bind themselves to perpetual silence, unshakable loyalty, and submission to the order. Like Freemasonry, only a few top men within their organization actually understood their true goals. The world accepts Freemasonry as a great benevolent society teaching the highest possible degree of morality and virtue. And you want to know something else about the Declaration of Independence? Most of the men that signed that Declaration of Independence were Freemasons. The very first president of these United Snakes of America, George Washington, was a Freemason. Thomas Jefferson was a Freemason. all of this nation's quote unquote founding fathers were Freemasons. So that should tell you why Freemasonry is so prevalent in the United States. If you look at the map of Washington, D.C., you would not only see in certain streets around the Capitol, the White House, and I forget the monument over there, certain buildings, right? Them streets, when you look at them streets, they line up as a inverted pentagram and also a ruler and compass, which is the sign of Freemasonry. Y'all go and watch the movie, what's that, National Treasure. Go do your homework, watch that movie. Right? It says, the world accepts Freemasonry as a great benevolent society teaching the highest possible degree of morality and virtue. Since Freemasonry enjoyed prestige and honor, Adam Weishaupt and Baron von Neig planned a world takeover by using the Fraternal Order of Freemasonry. Their plan was to penetrate into the high levels of the order, then take control in directing the affairs of the nations into an eventual one world government. However, since papal Christianity was both church and state and had been the dominating power that Satan used to control the affairs of the world in Weishaupt's time, Satan was making ready an even worse satanical influence that would gradually unite all paganism, false Christianity. This the Christianity that we know as today. And all governments of the world under one banner. Catholicism. What is the Pope before he, I don't know if he died, did he die or resign or whatever? He died. I think he died. Yeah, he died. That Pope, right? Before he got up out of here, he was pushing a one world religion, one world language. That's part of the one world order, the one world government. What it say? Number 5, step number 5, abolition of all religion. It's going to be one religion. It's going to be under the guise of Catholicism, but it's going to actually be Luciferianism. Right? Says Weishaupt's step was, however, to get control of the International Order of Freemasonry. In order to gain control of the Order of Freemasonry, Weishaupt and Baron von Neig tried to sell leaders of Freemasonry on the idea that their Order of the Illuminati had a higher, much older, and more mysterious system than any of the higher degrees of Masonry. In its internal organization, the Order of the Illuminati was divided into 3 great classes: the nursery, symbolic Freemasonry, and the mysteries. Adam Weishaupt's plan for world takeover was to operate undercover as long as possible, and when the gullible world finally found out, it would be too late to stop them. This is where we at now. It's too late to stop them. It's too late. The Illuminati was to be a secret society within the secret society of the Freemasons, and to stay hidden from the vast population. Adam Weishaupt and his co-conspirators selected for themselves code names such as Spartacus. That's a very, very, very popular show on HBO or Cinemax or one of them today, right? Spartacus. Von Neig became Philo, and Herr von Zwack was called Cato. The Illuminati also tried to hide their locations as they traveled in different countries, spreading their poison. They did this by using code names to communicate where they were. For instance, Ingolstadt, Germany, where the organization originated, was given the fictitious name of Ulysses. Eleusis. Austria was Egypt. Munich was called Athens, and Vienna was Rome. The Illuminati invented its own calendar, and the names of the months were also given code names, such as Demi for January and Bimi for February. All right, y'all get that book. We're gonna keep it moving for time's sake. Y'all get that book. Very, 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 very interesting stuff in that book. But let's pull the scripture real quick. Second Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'm gonna pick it up at verse 7. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him." Who is the him? That wicked one, right? "Whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs," right? This artificial intelligence, signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Right? With all deceivable. Now, everybody on this earth is being deceived with this artificial intelligence. Everybody. Well,
yeah, they think it's harmless.
Right. Yeah. They think it's harmless, and they think it's a great tool. Just like that guy, he gonna use it to catfish some people and make jokes. But that's not, bro. They got your whole facial structure. You know they can take whatever you using to create that deep fake and make it seem like you a woman or you an old man. They can take your whole facial structure and create a clone of you. Do you know that?
Come on, man. He ain't thinking about that.
He ain't thinking about
your voice and everything.
Come on now.
They got your voice and everything.
It ain't gonna become real to our people until they are calling our mother or our family member or loved ones or close friends, and with our voice sounding exactly like us and telling them to do something for us that we not telling them to do.
Mm-hmm. And it's a good thing. Most High, you know what I'm saying? Most High be honored that a lot of us have parents that's gonna ask questions like, "What? No, I don't know." Yeah. So I believe it's gonna deceive a lot of heathens because they don't ask questions when their children do something. Yeah, mom. I'm sitting here homeless. I need 50,000. Okay, somebody that got them, and it's gonna be building up to some more evil.
Or just say, Jake, who's always been in and out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Might have somebody that, just be in and out of prison, in and out of jail, or whatever. And use that defake, "Mama, I need you to transfer me so and so and so and so. Or I need you to put some money on my books, or I need this for some bond money or whatever." And they send it electronically, and boom, now they got all her information.
Done for. I wasn't even thinking that. You just said it.
Wipe her whole bank account out. Steal her whole identity.
I didn't even think about it like that, Hebrew. Now that you said that like that. Yup.
It's this movie called The Beekeeper with Jason Statham, right? And the woman that played Felicia, I'm gonna just say her name, Felicia Rashad. She played this woman who he was, I guess, looking after and taking care of her bees on her land. And she got this call from this dude, and he was a hacker over this company, and got her to basically log into this website and put all her information in, and he was watching from his side of the screen, her put in all her information, and once she did, took all her money, up to $2 million.
King, I remember that. I don't know if you remember, but we was at Isaiah's house when we watched it. So I remember this in Hebrew.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was crazy.
Took all her money and led to her committing, unaliving herself. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
crazy.
we got to be careful. We have to be careful with the things that we allow, the permissions that we allow on our phones. These people is like, they watching everything. Right? Now, let's take a shift. Let's take a shift. All right, I'm gonna watch this. Hold on, this right here. Check this guy out. He's a good Christian. He's a good Christian. But he be sharing some good information though. Check him out.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, family? Peace and blessings, man. Check this out.
Huh?
Yeah, I kind of liked it, bro. Like, I wish all the way home.
Yeah, he got a heathen wife too, but that's not here nor there.
Yeah.
People are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, you see the question though right here. Will we still need humans in the age of AI? What he say? Not for most things. We'll decide. Huh? What you mean you gonna decide if you need humans?
Come on now.
We still need humans?
Say it again, Hebrew Slugger.
That's why they gotta get cast down. Look, they eating good off of the back of our people. Look how big that brother is. He just sitting up there. He just looked like he just got all the good of the land.
Yeah, that heathen just bought. Hold on, let me verify. Let me verify that before I say that.
But that's exactly what that Job was saying. Like, I'm just looking at the brother like, man, they might eat good off of our people.
This heathen spent $80 million for almost 25,000 acres of land in Arizona to build a smart city.
Job 9:24.
Come on.
Job 9:24.
All right. And it's billionaires all over the world, all over the United States that are buying up farmland. For what? What you buying all this farmland for? Check them out.
Not for most things.
We won't need him. Not for most things. What you gonna need them for?
We'll decide.
I mean, notice how the crowd just laughs like they don't understand that you're going to be at war with robots. That's going to be World War III, guys. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be. It's going to be man versus machine.
People are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things. We'll decide.
I mean,
people like,
one thing
wow.
about these satanic elites is that they have to let you know what comes next. They have to. So also, guys, I'm going to be making a lot of videos this month, or actually the month is going to end. So this month, next month, God willing, exposing this digital ID that's being enrolled out. And it's funny because this happened right after Charlie Kirk passed away, and many people are so caught up in that distraction. So this is their plan to distract the American sheep, the sheeple, right? The people who just trust their government, the people who don't think for themselves, the people who believe any narrative that the main.
You see, that's why he be going off the American sheeple, like yeah. But we know who it is that they after.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are not specifically after. I mean, they are specifically after one quote unquote race of people, one nation of people.
Since we left our homeland.
Come on now.
Nothing new.
It don't say in the scripture, "Come, let us cut all nations off from being the people." No, it says, let us cut Israel off from being a people.
Right.
That they
like you said,
that they be not remembered. I'm paraphrasing, family, but this Psalms 83. Go ahead, Hebrew.
And I was just going to say, man, you can't duck them curses of Deuteronomy 28. It's on you, regardless.
Come on now.
Like the minute they look at you, it's hatred.
Come on.
Why? Because they see the Most High, and they see like, man, the blessing belongeth to you. The adoptions, every nation, even if they haven't read about it, they can kind of like figure it out. It's something different about them. The Most High said you're a peculiar people. He said that we're a peculiar people. That's why they are after us, the way that they are. And it's, as you said, and as we see, it's gonna keep getting worse until the second coming.
Hold on, Hebrew. Keep that thought right there. I'm finna share some just on that point. I wasn't gonna play this video, but I'm gonna share some on that point. Let me find it real quick. Let me find it right here. Because you said something very, 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 very powerful. Where is it at?
And Salakia, man, we quote scripture, but we gonna, man, most likely we're gonna start reading them jumps. Like, I don't want them to just think that we just
Yes,
talking.
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me share this. Check this out. See, he got it up there for us for use.
Now, let me say something right quick. I think back on the African American people in America. I think how that they were taken against their wills, put in the belly of ships, brought over here, beat, cussed. Many of them died in the guts of those ships, thrown overboard. They were pulled from families over there. You ain't never heard a gut-wrenching song. Do you hear a black person sing one of those old black Negro spirituals? Nobody knows. I can't sing it like that, see, because I hadn't experienced what they be. When you've experienced hell, it comes out of the voice. I said, when you experience hell, it comes out of the voice. If you're one of those people that you got problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth, because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your mouth. I'm not kidding you. I know some of you is raised.
He said, you better shut your mouth.
Right, he said, because those God's people.
You know what I'm saying? And see, a lot of people will miss that because, they start clapping. It might overshadow what he's saying due to the loud clapping. But now you have to really listen. He said those black, quote unquote, black African American Negro people are God's people. You better leave them alone. See, he read his Bible and he got understanding.
Raised in the deep South, and you was raised by prejudiced people and bigoted people. You better get that out of your system. You better get it out of your system. It'll cause you to suffer right along with those masters. It'll cause you to suffer right along with them.
And he said in his word, I know it's in Deuteronomy, the chapter is losing me, but it's in Deuteronomy. He said he gonna take the curses off when we repent from our sins and turn back to him. He gonna take the curses off of us and put it on the nations. Grab that for me, Hebrew.
I'm looking. Hold on. Let me look it up right now.
Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30.
30 and 7.
Yep. Pick it up at verse 3.
This is the book of Deuteronomy.
Yeah, pick it up at 1.
Pick it up at 1? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God had driven thee, and shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all nations, whether the Lord thy God had scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thine soul, that thou mayest live. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. All praises.
Read that verse 8.
Verse 8. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day.
And see, this ain't gonna happen unless once we return. We can't just return and not obey. We can't just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't gonna be obedient unless you return, because if you won't return, you ain't gonna know what to do to be obedient. But this ain't gonna happen until all Israel or the whole number that is been elected to return back to the Most High and obey his voice with all their heart and with all their soul. Then we gonna be gathered. And then he gonna put all the curses. We see it happening. We see some of the curses being poured out on the heathen. I have never seen as many homeless heathens as I have in these past 2-3 years that I've been on this earth. He said he's gonna put all the curses, the pestilence, every curse that you read in Deuteronomy 28. He said he's gonna put them on the enemy once we turn and be obedient to the Most High.
That's right.
All right.
These are God's people. And I know that there's wicked and white races and wicked and black races and all that. I'm not justifying none of that stuff. I'm just saying God knows what happened to the black race. He knows how they wound up over here, and God is going to reimburse the black people for all their trouble and all their labor. You watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you.
And you are. That's what this all out. I just wanted to bring that out. I just wanted to bring that out, to validate the point that you had just made. They know.
All praises, Hebrew. And
they know.
And as you can see, you still got the heathen in there with a heart like Pharaoh. Most of when he sent his messages, hey, let my people go. They still like, nah, I can't do that.
Come on.
Yeah. What's that in Zechariah? It said he sell it. He selleth them and say, blessed be the Lord. To his people, pity him not. Let me find it, man. Let me find it. This is Zechariah somewhere, man. This is Zechariah somewhere. So lucky. If you get there quicker than me, let me know.
Zechariah 11.
Man, I'm having a hard time with these Z's real quick. I'm tripping. Hebrew. I'm there now. Zechariah chapter 11. Yeah, I'm there now.
Yeah. Yeah. Read that 4 and 5. I read that 4 and 5.
Go on.
It says, thus says the Most High, my Elohim, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. We're going to talk about a little bit of that.
And as you could see in that crowd, I was just looking at it was clapping, but you could tell it was kind of forced.
Yep.
It was forced. They didn't really want to clap.
They ain't believe.
They want to keep the black man under subject.
That's right.
They want to keep you not knowing. That's why everything came. It ain't a shocker that everything we want to know, we got to pay for it. Yeah, a trade, a skill, anything that you want to know that's gonna help benefit you and could possibly, help your family out and build some type of any type of wealth that make you pay for it.
Oh yeah, because back in the days, they were actually taught this stuff for free in their schools. And it was in our schools. You had the vocation classes where they teach you, they send you to shop, teach you how to work on and build cars and stuff like that. Teach you mechanics. They teach you all this stuff in vocation school, but they got that up out of there. I think it was like 1999, 2000 when they took it out of my school. There was no more what they call Votech.
Yeah, they had Votech at Ridgeway. I had to leave because I had to go take a foreign language. You had to get 2 years of foreign language. I'm like, what is that gonna help me? Knowing French. But yeah, King, but like I get what you're saying, like to brothers and sisters whose mothers is not that fortunate or fathers not that fortunate, they gotta go to somewhere like Hamilton, or somewhere like Kingsbury, you know what I'm saying? Like somewhere like Westwood, you know what I'm saying? Like those programs ain't probably being offered.
Yep. Yep. Keep it out of our neighborhood.
Yep.
Mainstream is pushing. This should be more talked about because all over the internet, all you see is Charlie Kirk, and all this digital ID is kind of being swept under the rug. This should be revolted. Everybody is, fake outrage over what happened with him. Okay, he was just a sacrifice to the elites, which I talked about. And it's funny too because when I was the first one to say that, it wasn't popular. Now you see all these videos of people coming out exposing Erica Kirk and all that type of stuff. But when I was the first one to say, I lost hundreds of subscribers, So whenever you're the first, that just whatever, it is what it is. Okay. I'm also like I told you guys time immemorial, man, for years. Check out my content if you don't believe me. That the digital ID, guys, is all tied to it. And here is one of their ways that they have
If you're
planned.
planning a trip to Europe, you're going to have to hand over way more than your passport when you get there. As part of a new entry-exit system, visitors to most European countries will have to provide 4 fingerprints and a facial photo at a self-operated kiosk. The information will be stored for 3 years, with the photo being used for ID verification on later visits. Travelers who refuse to provide their biometric data will be denied entry. The goal of the program is to enhance security and speed up border crossings, it is said. The new system.
Hold up, I'm gonna pause real quick. Who asked for this? Like, why is this needed? You have to like start questioning things like why is it? Why are they doing this? You know?
System is set to be rolled out over 6 months, starting in October, and applies to 29 countries, including popular destinations.
So a lot of people will look at this and like, well, it's not America, so we're good, you know. But this is in, as you guys can see right there, it says France, Italy, Spain, the big countries in Europe. Best believe, guys, this will slowly come out in America too as well. So like I said, this should be talked about. This should be trending. The mainstream should be talking about this. But it's all about distracting you from what's really taking place, what's being swept under the rug. Okay. So the digital ID to me, it's all tyranny. It's to enslave you, to take away your freedom. Okay. To take away your rights. Right. And once again, guys, this is all stuff that the Bible warned us what would happen. The digital ID, you know, you had the elites talking about how, you know, you won't be able to work a job. So pretty much you won't be able to buy or sell. Okay. And a lot of the people over there in China are already being affected by this, because this is already happening, guys. All this digital ID stuff, guys, all this market of beast technology, it's already happening around the whole entire world. But many people don't even see it, and many people don't even know it, because they have the elites, the satanic elites. Okay, they have everybody distracted by things that don't even matter, you know.
I'm gonna stop there right there. One thing they have people distracted by is Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl. They're distracted by it. They so enthused and Bad Bunny. You got a cross-dressing, whatever it is, performing at probably the second most barbaric sport and the second most popular event. Well, I ain't gonna say the second, but the most popular event in America, the Super Bowl.
And I was going to say, that brother got outed as being a homosexual.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yep.
Years ago.
We so distracted by everything. When something happened, distracted by this Charlie Kirk thing. A lot of people distracted by the rapture. They think the rapture is, first they thought it was gonna be 2 weeks ago, September 23rd and 24th. Now they're saying it's gonna be Monday on the full moon.
Guys, we're going home.
You don't believe? You don't believe? Yeah, hold on. I like making fun. Don't believe me? Where he at? Where he at?
People get distracted. He did the trial.
Yep. His sentencing. Check this guy out. You know, the guy came out and was proved a false prophet. And he said, no, he's still right. Check him out.
To all who know that the Lord is coming to get us at the full moon, it's strange to say, but our job is done.
little confused.
I feel like I have. And I feel like you have so much you want to say and so much you want to do for those who don't see, but the Lord wants silence from us now. The Lord is going to begin speaking this next week. He will speak loud and clear. And people will seek to know what's happening. And we are not to respond. This will be the fulfillment of the 5 foolish virgins asking for our oil. Now is when we say no.
Yeah, all right, that's enough. Right, let me share this. Right, and this is a brother, Mikael put this on my mind earlier when we was talking about this. He said something is significant about this date over there with the Israelites. All right, check this out. This is the AI overview, right? Based on recent events from October 6, 2024, and historical events on October 6, the following information relates to Israel, right? October 6, 2024 marks 1 year of the Gaza war, right? They allegedly just signed a peace treaty. Allegedly. Right? October 7th, 2023. Right? Vigils were held in Tel Aviv to mourn the victims of the October 7th, 2023 attack and protest demanding an end to the war took place in cities around the world. Right? Check this out. October 6th, 1973. Which coincided with the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur, right? Their Day of Atonement. I ain't gonna say it's ours because we probably don't do the same thing. They got totally different traditions.
Right.
Yom Kippur, a coalition of Arab states led by Egypt and Syria, launched a surprise attack on Israel. Right. Where I want to go, right? It talks about this lady that was this young teenager that was unalived by an attack on October 6th. A Palestinian teenager was unalived by Israeli forces in the West Bank of Huwara a day before the major Hamas attack on Israel. Right? Says for many Palestinians, Dumadi's unaliving on October 6th illustrates the Israeli policies were already a source of violence before the more widely reported events of October 7th. So it's some with these 2 dates, October 6th and October 7th, with Israel. So be on the lookout for some breaking news Monday and Tuesday.
Right. I'm sure looking like Cali. It's something up with these 2 days.
Yep. Now let's get on these heathens, right? Y'all know about ICE. Right? And what their objective is. They're supposed to be getting all of the criminals that are in the United States over here illegally, right? Well, something happened in Chicago where also the National Guard is, right? They're supposed to be cleaning up.
They're in Chicago now too?
Yep. They're in Chicago, Los Angeles, Memphis, DC, New York. They supposed to be on their way to St. Louis. I forget what other city. But see, all of these cities are predominantly what?
Black. Yep.
It ain't a war on crime, it's a war on the children of Israel.
Come on now.
Whether you know it or not. So it's best to choose up a side. And the winning side is the side of the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
Point blank, period. Right? Check this out.
We are getting new reports about a chilling and downright shocking escalation of ICE tactics against the residents of Chicago. In the middle of the night, hundreds of armed federal agents and police, backed up by riot trucks, smoke grenades, and helicopters, breached fences and busted doors in an immigration raid on an entire apartment building on the city's south side. They pulled dozens of residents from their homes and zip ties, including children, some of them without any clothes. They then held some outside for hours and dragged the others into rented vans.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face.
Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
They zip tied the kids together. ICE put out a statement saying they were pursuing Trinidad gang members. But U.S. citizens living in the building say they were detained too. The cops told them that if they had any unrelated warrants, they wouldn't be going back home. 37 people were ultimately arrested after agents separated children from their parents on the street. And if you're looking at this and asking yourself, how is this legal? That is the right question to ask. And it has kind of an answer. And to understand it, you have to go back to Los Angeles this summer, where federal immigration agents started pushing the envelope on orders from the White House. They raided Home Depot parking lots and Walmart lots, and they grabbed people they saw. Near one Home Depot, masked agents with batons grabbed Narcisco Barranco, who has lived in the U.S. for more than 30 years and has 3 sons serving in the Marine Corps. Agents beat Barranco on the ground, dislocating his shoulder before detaining him. In Van Nuys, agents raided a car wash, remembering this, sending patrons and workers scrambling before the 79-year-old owner, who is a U.S. citizen named Rafi, tried to ask them what they were doing.
That is when Rafi was taken down by agents and eventually handcuffed. Rafi says he was injured in the process.
And they sit on me. This is my elbow about a week ago. And this is my arm.
Rafi says he and 5 others at his car wash were taken to a federal detention center downtown. We're still working to learn more about why they were detained.
And that man is not alone.
Look how you got my hand. You're twisting that. I'm American, bro. Yo, these guys are literally based off of skin color.
What do you say? Literally based off of skin color, but you see that they the same complexion. But anyway, literally based off of skin color, right? See, they're doing this as training. They getting ready to roll this out on the people who they're really intending to roll this out on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we read this earlier, but we're gonna read it again. In that second ears is what this video done.
My homie was born here just because of the way he looks.
Agents kept stopping people they suspected of being undocumented immigrants for no reason other than they weren't obviously white. Like,
what did he say? None other than any. What did he say? For any other reason? Let me take it back.
Being undocumented. Agents kept stopping people they suspected of being undocumented immigrants for no reason other than they weren't obviously white.
for no reason other than they weren't obviously white.
Come on.
There's that objective right there. But it's really for the people who they have the true hatred for.
Right.
The children of Israel. They wasn't hanging every other nation like they was hanging Israel. They wasn't feeding any other nation to alligators like they was doing to the children of Israel. They wasn't skinning any other nation and wearing their skin as jackets and purses and shoes like they were doing the children of Israel. They wasn't hog time and making meals for elite dinners out of the children of Israel. I mean, out of any other nation like they were doing the children of Israel.
Come on, King. Come on now.
And these times are come. They want to make America great again. And they said the last time that America was great was during slavery.
They want free laborers and free slaves to do whatever they please with you.
Come on now. And look,
They
this
wanna,
when Salaki, when Bill Gates said, you know, when he asked Bill Gates, will you need humans once, you know, the AI thing fully rolls out? He said, no, not for most things. Well, what you gonna need it for? To be your slave.
right. Mm-hmm.
To be their slave.
They want to always possess the people when we don't belong to y'all.
Come on now.
And you're gonna have more people that are tough than weak. So they're gonna go and kill all the tough guys instantly. And they're
Yep.
gonna slave. That is the same thing as slavery.
They're gonna try
All the
to.
tough guys got killed.
Yep.
And they kept the ones that ain't gonna buck up.
Yep.
Then he gonna have a generation. They try to keep making generations of people that are spineless. It's gonna let them walk over them. But every now and again, when they try to do that, King, what they do, they make a baby that think way different from his parents, and he
Come
ain't
on,
going
man.
for it.
Come on,
He
man.
ain't going for it at all. You got to think about how the Israelite awakening happened in America. You didn't get permission. You didn't care who ridiculed you. Hey man, look,
Come on.
I'm Hebrew and I'm standing on it. It's gonna be the same thing in those times, Hebrew.
Yes, sir.
They coming. They coming.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
Yep. Closer than we know it.
Yes, sir.
They want the spineless Hebrews, the ones
Let's
that's gonna let them do whatever.
let's get this second Ezra's before I play the last video.
Okay. Second Israel's what chapter, Hebrew?
16. Second Ezra 16.
16. Second Ezra 16. What verse, Hebrew?
Pick it up at 64, 64, 65.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 64. Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day. What will you do, or how will ye hide your sins before the Most High and his angels? Behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities. Ooh, I need mine. Look, King, that John just spoke. I need that one. Let me get let me get that taken down. Let me get that taken down. So like you can. I didn't mean to get like that. Verse 67. It says, behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you,
Mm.
and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols.
What you being? How you gonna be idle? You not doing the
Mm,
things. You not doing the things to serve the Most High.
mm,
Our people gonna be so idle Monday. They ain't gonna be getting ready to go in the tabernacle or observing tabernacle. They're gonna be doing so many other things. Idle.
mm.
When the Shabbat come around, they ain't gonna be keeping the Shabbat. They're gonna be out. They're gonna be out doing. The Most High knows what. This how our young sisters end up kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
It's how children end up, you know what I'm saying, missing and they organs harvested.
Come on, man. All you is to the other nations is a tool and a live guinea pig.
Come on.
You get caught out, King. I ain't gonna hold you. King, I don't like really going nowhere where I feel like it's too dark. I'm by myself. Man, I'm in and out
Yes, sir.
because we targeted so hard, man. Like, and that's why we have to depend on the Lord even more. Like, King, you can't have peace at all with King. I'm gonna keep it real. And this is one of the most scariest things. You would think I'm talking about something else. King, I used to have this membership at ATC Fitness, but my mom would be sleep ready to go to work in the morning. I can't come home and shower and wake up. So King, after I get done, I had to shower at ATC Fitness. King, you talking about the most terrifying feeling? Like I'm constantly having to watch the door because it's like, bro, any given moment somebody could be like, yeah, black guy in there. And some heathens can rally. You see what I'm saying? They can rally on up. And I think of things like that, King. And it
Yep.
goes into this scripture, very perfect.
Yeah, we got to always be aware of our surroundings. Like I told you, I was reading this book earlier, and it was speaking on like situational awareness or just awareness, period. And there's
Hmm.
different levels of white, yellow, red, and black, right? And the white is somebody that's just not aware of anything. They not aware of their surroundings. They don't know if somebody following them. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't tell you uh anything about anything in their surroundings, right? And then there's the yellow, and that's somebody that's aware but not fully aware, right?
Hmm.
They see certain things, but they can't spot anything like specific. You know what I mean? They can't tell you uh what the person sitting next to them is wearing. Then there's the red. There's somebody that's uh aware and like is on alert. They hear a noise, they're going to check it out. Right. And then in the black, there's somebody that's like on a professional level, like a SEALs team or a SWAT team level of awareness that hears a noise and goes to check it out, but is already making preparation to defend themselves in their house or their family or whatever from whatever they're hearing. But we always have to be aware of our surroundings because we never know.
Right, King.
We never know, especially in this hour where uh where these people's courage is being stirred up. Their hatred is being kindled. Right? He just said right there in verse 68, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. They already hate you. They already don't believe that they already believe that you don't belong around them or in the same country as them. They don't believe you belong. They don't believe you deserve the same water as them. These are the same people. Most of these political powers, these people in the high-ranking positions, these generals, these Secretary of Defense, presidents, people in the Pentagon, your CIA directors and the FBI directors, and your lawyers and your judges. All these people, man, most of these people come from a white supremacist background.
Come on, King.
They do not like you, nor do they want you to exist.
King, I'm gonna tell you, if you have never seen, it's the movie. It's the first Purge. The first Purge. The brother on there is a brother from Staten Island. He favored my dear brother, and I ain't trying to joke on him, but he favored my dear brother.
I know who you're talking about.
King, that's exactly what it's gonna be like. That's exactly what it's gonna be like.
I seen it. I seen that movie once, and it was around the time it first came out. So I know it's been a little minute. I probably had to watch it again to, do some dissecting. But it's been a minute since I only seen it once.
I think some of the key points in there was like, all right, once they announced this purge, they thought a whole lot of people was gonna sign up, and a lot of people didn't. They chose to like, nah, we ain't purging, we gonna stay in the house, or they did sign up. They was having this little party, so you know what I'm saying. They weren't trying to go out and kill. So the government officials had to move in. Was like, hey man, look, ain't enough killing going on. Like this ain't what we planned, so we gotta go in there. That's when all hell broke loose. Brothers and they killing everything they see. They pulling up in more cars, gunning some down. And that's it. You have to rewatch it. Whenever you get a chance, rewatch it, King. That's exactly what it is.
Wow, praise.
Because they're gonna have a crafty way of trying to make everything we do illegal. They're gonna make any type of rule up, and it's gonna be passed by Congress that anything we do is gonna be illegal. You can't. I don't know what they're gonna do, King, but you know that the devil gonna do what the devil do. You can't stand on your porch more than 5 minutes, or it's a felony. What? They're gonna do anything to uproar the people.
That's right. And this what they doing. They trying to get our people. I said this earlier. They trying to get our people to either get out there and riot or get out there and protest, and use that as a way to eliminate the people legally. Y'all stay aware. Don't finish that or read that down to 70, Hebrew.
We in 68. I'm going back. Second Ezra 16:68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that and they that consent unto them shall be held in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord."
A great insurrection, a great riot against those that fear the Most High. That's not every nation. Come on, man. Let me play this last video.
All praise.
Play this last video. Y'all check this out. This from Shattered Paradise. Check this out.
Question. Why and how did this explicitly vulgar and raunchy celebrity roast way back in 2011 predict the future outcome of not only the 2016, 2020, but 2024 American presidential election?
Let's examine some mainstream media coverage of the events of that so-called Wednesday night and identify the hidden signs and symbols, showcasing advanced foreknowledge of these critical future events.
Predictive programming.
It's his grand entrance to the night he was roasted back in 2011. Listen to what comedian Gilbert Gottfried said to Trump's face years ago.
Donald Trump has done so much damage to the New York skyline. Instead of calling him the Donald, they should call him the 20th hijacker.
Please welcome the second worst tragedy ever to hit New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Gottfried told me that even the crudest insults bounced off of Trump. Daughter Ivanka couldn't believe it, and wife Melania managed a thin smile as Trump faced one shocking insult after another.
Like devils.
It's all just entertainment, huh?
Here we see Donald Trump sitting in front of a giant sign of his own name, Trump. Within the letters, they placed a particular bill of U.S. currency, a $1,000 bill to be exact, which features an image of the 22nd and 24th U.S. President, Grover Cleveland.
This is significant because Grover Cleveland and Donald Trump are the only two presidents in U.S. history to serve 2 non-consecutive terms, meaning they both won the election, then ran for re-election and lost, only to come back a third time and regain the White House. But the Hollywood spellcasters created the set design for this stage back in 2011. Trump didn't become president until 2016. The world is a stage.
Come on now. You see? This goes back to what we read in that book. They got all this stuff mapped out. They got all this stuff mapped out. It's a plan. It's a plot. And before anybody could even think to try to stop it, it'll be too late. Now we just watching the chips fall.
In the blink of an eye.
Operation Warp Speed.
In the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye.
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Hidden in plain sight are a plethora of occult signs and symbols, scattered like Easter eggs throughout this entire set. It is not hard to spot this first 88. But this symbolic number permeates every aspect of not only this stage, but Trump's ultimate purpose and destiny. T is the 20th letter in the alphabet. R is the 18th letter in the alphabet. U is the 21st. M is the 13th. And P is the 16th, which all add up to 88. Grover Cleveland first served from 1885 to 1889. This Comedy Central roast happened on a so-called Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday.
So what's Wednesday in Spanish?
Miércoles.
Miércoles, right? Which would be Mercury.
Right.
So Mercury is...
Oh, where there you go, Mercury.
Is the god of what? What's he good at?
He was a postman.
He was moving fast.
That's right.
He was moving fast. And Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. And when you're that close, you move fast so you don't fall in.
Exactly.
So Mercury is the fastest moving planet. And the Romans knew this. The Greeks knew this.
Right.
So Miércoles, Mercury. But for us, it's Wednesday. So Wednesday.
Right.
Woden's Day.
Nice. Woden's Day.
Yeah. And so he's the closest Norse god as a counterpart to Mercury.
Okay.
So Mercury was a messenger god. Woden had some other features about him.
Yeah.
But it included serving as a traveler back and forth to hell, whatever they called hell.
Wednesday means Woden's Day. Odin is a Norse equivalent to the Roman god Mercury. The planet Mercury has an 88-day orbit around the sun.
In the blink of an eye. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how quickly the time flies? How quickly the time flies. In the blink of an eye.
But there is another number, a number that is equally tied to Donald Trump, a number that represents crisis, emergency, chaos, and destruction. The number is 911, 911, or 9/11.
And of course, the number that represents emergency and crisis is literally embedded in Donald's name.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny?
Please welcome the second worst tragedy ever to hit New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Funny how quickly the time flies. All the days just fade away.
What do you have in mind? Something you were born to do. Welcome to room 9.
Looking good, number 9, looking good.
Where's your dignity?
Fade away.
That's crazy.
BuzzFeed dug up an old quote from Donald Trump talking about a large-scale terror attack 19 months before 9/11. In his 2000 book, The America We Deserve, Trump wrote, "I really am convinced we're in danger of the sort of terror attacks that will make the bombing of the 1993 Trade Center look like little kids playing with firecrackers." Trump also mentioned the mastermind of the attack, writing, quote, "One day, we're told that a shadowy figure with no fixed address named Osama bin Laden is public enemy number 1, and U.S. jet fighters lay waste to his camp in Afghanistan. He escapes back under some rock, and a few news cycles later, it's on to a new enemy and a new crisis." Trump.
Wait.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, hold on a second. Is this really Trump before 9/11? Have you read this?
2000.
In a book he wrote in the year 2000.
Well, it was published in 2000. He could have written it in 1999 for all we know.
Exactly. He might have been more prescient.
So he basically predicted the attacks from Osama bin Laden.
Trump Unauthorized is a 2005 biographical drama recounting Trump's early ventures in real estate. In this scene, we see a young Donald Trump playing with blocks, while his brother plays with a toy airplane. This takes place in Donald Trump's father's office, an office that has a high-rise view of the New York City skyline. During the last moments of this scene, we get a view of what Trump was building. 2 towers that spell out his name, and with the reflection of the New York City skyline, the Twin Tower reference is complete.
But why does the occult veneration of 88 and 9/11 always coincide with twinning mirror image symbology?
Trump made his entrance escorted by twin pageant models.
The twin symbolism here. Of course, this is the most significant symbolism of Freemasonry, the twin pillars.
Here we see twin Masonic pillars that flank the main stage.
Predictive programming.
Reminiscent of the twin beams of light at the 9/11 memorial.
Two powerful beams of light cut through the darkness over Manhattan. 88 large spotlights arranged in the shape of the Twin Towers illuminated from the roof just blocks from ground zero. It's a rehearsal for the heartfelt display that will shine bright next Wednesday.
These twin beams of light shine up into the night sky. They remind us of those we lost.
Reminiscent of the twin beams of light at the 9/11 memorial, which are made up of 88 individual floodlights. We recently covered Trump erecting twin 88-foot flagpoles at the White House.
Trump unveiling a giant 88-foot flagpole, two of them, I think, at the White House.
Which was also done on a so-called Wednesday.
The White House ordered flags to be lowered to half-staff in memory of Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, a right-wing political activist, died Wednesday after being shot in the neck at Utah Valley University.
Charlie Kirk, a right-wing political activist, died Wednesday after being shot in the neck at Utah Valley University.
And the funeral and memorial for Charlie Kirk is now set. President Trump said that he will be there. He has also ordered flags lowered to half staff starting late Wednesday. George.
But this twinning ritual goes much deeper. You see, in Norse mythology, the chief god Odin is often depicted accompanied by twin wolves and twin ravens. We recently saw twin wolves make the headlines with the so-called resurrection of these dire wolves, which they named Romulus and Remus after the twins who founded Rome.
Now, 7 months old, direwolves Romulus and Remus eating well and getting bigger every day.
And as if that wasn't diabolical enough, Romulus and Remus are just the exoteric name for these wolves. Because they're in the season of their Wednesday invocation, the actual esoteric name for these hellhounds lets you know just who they're summoning.
These are dire wolves, well known from HBO's hit show, Game of Thrones.
There are no dire wolves south of the wall. No, there are 5.
Will Mulhall bought the dogs with all of his savings as a lifeguard when he was 18. Just weeks later, the dogs changed his life.
I got a phone call from the breeder to say some TV show wants to use my dogs in it. And I was like, cool, what's the show about? And the breeder was like, I don't know, like swords and shields and stuff.
They're dire wolves. That's Thor as Greywind and Odin as Summer. Furry characters with a huge following in the mega hit Game of Thrones. People come from around the world to this small village south of Belfast for a pet and a picture. Thor and Odin are no ordinary dogs.
The actual esoteric name for these hellhounds lets you know just who they're summoning.
But what about Odin's twin ravens? How are they being invoked?
Thank you so much for bringing it back here safely and in good condition.
Yes, and of course I also want to say thank you so much for lending me Odin. It was a fitting symbol as well. Precisely that idea that Odin sent Hugin and Munin out into the world to gather information, which they could then return and share with Odin. It's very symbolic of the work we do as well, venturing out to gain more knowledge.
And it is significant in meaning, but light in weight. It's only 9 grams of silver that we see here in the picture, and we all, almost in unison, synchronously, I still remember it, we shouted, "It's Odin!" So that's almost 600 years before, well, the written sources really really come into play. So it was probably during what we call the later part of the Iron Age.
We were a team of 7 international astronauts. 4 of us were sent up with the American Dragon spacecraft.
Do you become more or less religious after such a trip?
There are examples of astronauts who feel that they've become more religious from being in space.
It is said that Odin Allfather worries about the return of his ravens Munin and Hugin. While the first raven Munin, in the shape of Swedish astronaut Marcus Vant's 21-day mission to the ISS, has already returned to Earth, the second raven Hugin is ready to come back as well and whisper in humankind's ear of the marvels it has seen on its journey with ESA astronaut Andreas Mogensen. The Danish astronaut Andreas was the first non-US astronaut to pilot SpaceX Crew Dragon when he and Crew 7 launched on the 26th of August 2023 from Kennedy Space Center to the International Space Station for his first long-duration mission. After 1 month on board of the station, he was handed command of the ISS. He is the 6th European and the first Dane to take up this mantle, and he is now the longest-serving European commander. As commander, Andreas also got to greet the arrival of the Axiom 3 mission and crew, including ESA's first project astronaut and fellow Scandinavian, Marcus Vant. With the arrival of Marcus, whose mission was called Munin, Odin's 2 ravens were reunited in space with the first ever meeting of 2 Scandinavians in orbit.
While depictions of Odin's twin wolves and twin ravens often appear as identical twins, they also symbolize duality, representing the light and its shadow twin, darkness.
Isn't it funny how quickly the time flies? In the blink of an eye.
A perfect example of how this 88 Shadow Twin spellcasting is being broadcast is this new Wendy's ad campaign.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. Normally I'd be against this type of capitalistic corporate synergy. But when the other pigtailed provocateur said I could concoct my own Frosty, I melted. My meal is tribute to the suffering that awaits us all. It's pure torture for your taste buds. With 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
The meal of misfortune.
Well, look at we have here.
Yes, 2 mischievous girls.
What'd you say, Hebrew?
The meal of misfortune. That gotta be the craziest thing ever.
Come on now.
And these brothers will still go bad.
And they made their Frosty look like it was dripping blood.
Come on, King.
Blood sacrifice.
Come on now.
Girls with pigtails are cooking up a meal of misfortune. It's the collab between Wendy's and the Netflix show Wednesday.
There's a Wednesday Wendy's collab pop-up drive-thru today in Norwalk. They will have a special Wednesday meal to promote the new season on Netflix. They said the line was capped at an 8-hour wait, so I drove down a mile and parked so I could walk.
Today we're trying the Wendy's Wednesday meal. It comes out August 6th. We got an early try with 4 mystery dipping sauces and new Frosty. Let's get to it.
Each meal of misfortune comes with rest and 10-piece nuggets, cursed and crispy fries, the all-new Raven's Blood Frosty, and 2 of 4 mystery dips of dread.
Not only is the Frosty new, but we've got the Spoon of Gloom as well, so let's see how this tastes.
The all-new Raven's Blood Frosty.
The all-new Raven's Blood Frosty.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to Elohim. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of Yahuwah and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of Yahuwah's table and of the table of devils.
Charlie Kirk, a right-wing political activist, died Wednesday after being shot in the neck at Utah Valley University.
What you are witnessing is pagan ritual magic that goes back decades. The soothsayers have been pre-programming the inhabitants of this land in order to create the perfect charged spiritual conditions, the perfect storm, to manifest their long-awaited externalization of the hierarchy, their spiritual turning point. For example, the hidden hand behind Wendy's is fully aware that this Wednesday promotional mirrors the horrific Wendy's massacre, which took place 25 years ago on a dreadful Wednesday night. This is intentional. And before that, the masses were being preconditioned to accept the official Charlie Kirk narrative through the cinematic sorcery of the movie Snake Eyes. All of this has conjured a spiritual storm, speaking of which, the online feminist magazine Jezebel publicly casting a spell to hex Charlie Kirk is just more fuel on an already raging fire. While we are on the subject of Jezebel, the mysterious origins of Erica Kirk are casting an icy cold shadow across the internet. Erica Franzwey Kirk's grandfather, Carl Kenneth Franzwey, was Grand Chief of the Independent Order of Vikings, knighted by the King of Sweden. This is all a spell to invoke the chief god of the Vikings, Odin. But here's where things start to get even more bizarre.
Wendy's is going all out with its promotions. Posters, a special meal, and decorations. But this particular item is getting a different kind of attention. Customers saw it through these doors of this Carrie Wendy's.
Sorry, family, but we have to stop the presentation here. It's hard because we have the most important segments and the finale still ahead. But this is the point where our presentation begins to take a deep dive and starts to connect some forbidden dots. This is also the section I believe that triggered YouTube to restrict this video. Though we made a considerable effort to comply with all YouTube's guidelines when we tried to post it the first time, it was still deemed not suitable. So this is just an edited or censored version of the first segment.
Truth.
And that they do. They try to censor all truth. All truth. They watching. All right. You got any scripts you want to bring out, Hebrew?
No, I was just kind of just intrigued by how deeply they had these idols. I probably got some. Hold on, let me look real fast. Jeremiah 10. Because you have our people blindly partaking in these things. I got Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. It says, "Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." So I think I got that, with the duality, the God of the Vikings and all that type of crazy stuff. I'm like, man. And the way that them brothers and I'm believing his real put that together. I'm like, man, they on point. That's why I got took down. They unfolding everything that they trying to hide.
Come on now. This is our Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. I'm gonna pick it up at verse 9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto Yah. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of Yah they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise. All right. Most High gonna visit. Look, he destroying everything that ain't got the mark of his name written on it.
That's right.
Every
That's right,
rock.
Hebrew.
If you ain't keeping this covenant, bye-bye.
Got to go.
Got to go. Right?
We gotta just pray hard, man, that he'll have mercy upon us for real.
That's right. That's right. Boy, y'all see me, y'all hear me yawning. Let me get one more script. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Most High and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yah, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yah, that you may be able to stand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yah. And most importantly, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Right? And the Messiah told us, look, watch and pray that you may be able to escape these things. Watch and pray. Don't ever stop watching. Don't ever stop praying. And stay in your word. Believe in what you read. Hold fast to that which thou hast. Let me read that. I said it was going to be the last one. Hold fast. That Revelation 3.
I think this Revelation, into like, nah, you might be right.
Yeah.
No, I'm in the wrong book, King. My fault. I'm tired of this.
Nah, this Revelation 3. Revelation 3. I'm gonna read 9 through 13. Revelation 3, 9 through 13. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. See, that's who really behind all this stuff that we saying. But that's a whole nother stream, right? It says, because verse 10.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the Jewish.
Yeah.
Or to be politically correct, the small hats. Right. Verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right. We got to keep the word of his patience. What's the word of his patience? You got to get in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the book. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. Hallelujah. He that hath an
Hallelujah.
ear, let him hear what the Ruach said unto the churches. I hope and I pray that this stream, this video has been edifying. I pray that the Most High's name was glorified. Pray we got some understanding. Pray some of the mysteries of the rulers of the darkness of this world were revealed. Most High willing, we come back with another one, and keep on exposing this darkness, man. I appreciate you coming on here with me, bro, Hebrew, and
no problem, man.
Man, always, yes, sir. Always good to you know what I'm saying, get that work in with you, man. Whether it be in the flesh or virtually.
King. What's that? I think I want to put script. Hold on. I think I might be right.
Yes, sir. Shalom to all the family in the chat. Appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. I know it's late. I don't know what time zones y'all in, but I know it's late.
Yeah, it's 1:52 where I'm at. So it ain't really too late for you per se. But I got one more scripture that I want to pull. Psalms 100 and verse 1 and 2. It says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is the Most High. It is he that had made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. So when a brother, you said, man, I'm gonna do a quote, man. If I got a little energy in me, I'm gonna do it. You know, I might not be able to make everything, but to the will of to my best ability, most I willing, that he keeps me increasing. I try to show up for everything, man, when it comes to his name, because that's how you can get the Lord to start listening to you, man. For real. You want to work for him.
Oh, praise. And it's how you stay sharp.
That's right.
It's how we stay sharp. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praises, family. Most High willing. We'll see what goes. Gonna be preparing for tabernacles for the next 2 days. Getting things in order. Tabernacles come in Monday at sundown. Monday at sundown begins tabernacle. So, you know, however y'all observe it, you prepare your hearts, prepare your spirits, prepare your minds, prepare your house, and everything. Do it all in preparation to observe this feast as if it would be the last feast that we observe before we actually tabernacle with the Most High. All right. Ain't got nothing else. Love y'all, family. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Get some good rest. Most High willing, we'll see y'all soon. Shalom.
Hey, pick a side. I'm in the sky. Little truth or you a lie. It ain't no in between. Pharisees hard darker than the 10 on limousines. Dressed the sector Nazarene. The word my gasoline. I'm on fire for the Lord. Built up like a Ford. The body fully function when it's all on one accord. Don't be writing blank checks that your soul can't afford. Bro, battling with the wicked, can't be scared to swing your sword. It's all about your words that determine your reward. Hey, pick a side. You wanna live or die. If you stand on a rock, you will never slip or slide. Abide by laws if you wanna stay alive. Cause you're going against the king like committing suicide. Hey, pick a side. You wanna live or die. If you stand on a rock, you will never slip or slide. Abide by laws if you wanna stay alive. Cause you're going against the king like committing suicide. Hey, what you gon' choose, bro? If you ain't on the winning side, you a loser. Before you start to run this race, tie your shoes up. Kingdom the mission, do the work, don't be a snoozer. You heard me? Yeah. Luke 12 and 49, we spark in the fire. The Ruach had you shining brighter than the stars in the sky. 2020, but can't see cause it's a log in your eye. Don't join this army if your heart is about as small as a fly. Make your call in the election sure cause ain't no switching up. Spiritual bench press, his name is what I'm lifting up. This ain't no easy walk, but I am never giving up. Follow my king till I'm in that bag and they zip it up.